Dearest detective, I wanted to write to you to again thank you for saving us from Ravenharst Manor, and more importantly, Charles and his son. We cannot thank you enough. As for this letter, I wanted to inform you that the Queen has formed a task force to go back into Ravenharst. I hope they find nothing.
In the gloomy aftermath of the detectives' hard-won battle to rescue the Delamers from the clutches of Charles and his son Victor, the old mansion, a relic of sinister secrets and dark happenings, stood ominously under the cover of night.
It was hard to believe. This manor was inhabited by a madman, standing empty, lifeless, dark. I don't know how the detective did it. I'm standing so far away from it, yet I'm terrified to get closer.
I can't blame Constable Jaden. In all my years of service, I've seen many crime scenes, been to many locations. Yet this one takes it all. Even as I stand here with Jaden and Chief Inspector Logan, my bones themselves tremble. The newspapers are the equivalent to rags when describing this place and its residents. Especially that one newspaper. Oh, what was it called? Grandma something. All the rabble about dimensions, mirrors, and in one of those Charles could have a redemption arc. I find it distasteful. How can someone who has done unspeakable evil be redeemed in any dimension, when this manor stands as a testimony of his madness, and not to mention the living remaining Delamars? Was their experience so not gripping enough, not horrible enough, that instead one would rather a madman have a happy ending? I'm sorry, there are no happy endings for Charles Delamar.
We've gotten closer now. Every step is nerve-wracking. The closer we get, the more the manor looms over us. The place is yawning at us, like a beast wanting to devour. Yet I know there's nothing living in there. Nothing but the rats, the crows, and other nightlife. So why does this place feel so alive?
I took notice of Jaden behind me, whispering away into his recorder. The man was terrified. I could see it in his eyes. I spoke a few encouraging words to him, reminding him we were in this together. This livened his spirits. Chief Inspector Wolf then had us draw straws for who would have the camera. I got the short straw.
As we moved deeper into the mansion, We uncovered rooms that told stories of bizarre experiments and unhinged ambitions. Charles had transformed the mansion into a labyrinth of horror, with each room unraveling a new layer of his madness.
The corridors are like a rat's maze. How did the detective do it?
One room, in particular, caught the attention of the teamer chamber with walls covered in obscure symbols and ancient texts. It became evident that Charles's schemes were not merely of a kidnapper, but of someone dabbling in the occult, seeking power beyond the mortal realm.
So many rooms, so many, each with a horror story to tell. And this door. It's different from the others. Built out of very fine wood. Intricate locks, complex ones at that. Charles was indeed known for his complicated puzzle locks. He really puts the ones we deal with now to shame. Thankfully, I've dealt with plenty of locks in my time. This will be done in a jiffy.
Indeed. Inspector Morrison indeed said he'd be done in a jiffy. If you count waiting on your thumbs for an hour while he fiddled with the locks. He eventually did get that door open. In other circumstances I'd thank him. Yet what we found down there behind that door, I wish he hadn't been able to open it. I wish we weren't the ones picked for this.
The underground held the darkest secrets, a concealed nightmare where the air was thick with despair. As the investigation unfolded, strange occurrences began to unsettle us. Equipment malfunctioned for no apparent reason. Cold spots appeared sporadically, and whispers seemed to emanate from the shadows. I've seen enough. Boys, let's get out of here. The mansion, now a crime scene, was sealed off, but the stories it harbored were far from contained. Rumors began to circulate about the haunted nature of the place, about how the spirits of those tormented by Charles's madness still lingered, seeking justice or perhaps peace. In the end, we could only offer a factual account of the findings. The detective's victory had indeed saved the Daveners, but the aftermath unveiled a horror that won't be. hinting at mysteries and evils that were perhaps better left unexplored.
O Ravenharst, there shall be no human to walk your walls, no laughter to echo across your walls. Desolate you will forever be, a sight for all forever to see. And though some may try to make a redemption for you, you never will have one. This is true, for there are those of us who will remember, no matter what stories are told, no matter what tales are spun, no matter what people may say. For those of us who have seen the horrors within you and investigated your grounds will never forget you, nor the evil that Charles Darnmore did. You will remain a memory, a testimony of a standing legend. And as for the studio that holds your tale now, I pray maybe one day they will tell a good one, but until they do, we will hold the truth of what you really are, until the day of reckoning comes for you. I hope that someone burns you to the ground, and your ashes are cast into the sea. It is the deserving sentence you deserve to have.